I came back to Black Hammer. Hellboy was dominating my reading every night, and I was aware that I was still reading this story, so I had to come back to it. I think what was putting me off was the first few pages. There was just a lot, a lot of text, like a wall of text, and I was like, oh fucking hell. So I kind of dug deep last night. I said I really need to get back into it because there's a lot of potential in this Black Hammer book. Sometimes the art is really impressive. Sometimes it's kind of a bit wishy-washy. But like this for a scene, like it's focusing on a character from this team per issue, like to really try and flesh them out. Like, and I guess one of my biggest criticisms from this is like this character, he's almost like a Captain America style, like a skinny, weedy dude who can't fight in World War II, so he just gets rejected from the army. And then he meets this guy who's like he was once a heavyweight boxer. And, there's a few pages here where he's saying, look, I can help build you up, put a bit of muscle on, and, you might be able to fight in the war. So it's not like any kind of, over the top superhero story yet. Like, but then the what I didn't like about it was it felt like this should be like a pivotal moment in this character's story, but essentially like the mob kind of comes in and just kills his trainer in this in this tiny little panel here. Like all of this happens. I don't know, I just feel like they should have expanded it more and embellished it more, because you see the main character here fights back, he takes them all out, and then like he comforts his trainer as he passes away. Like, so I guess the impact of that was reduced. And when I'm making these videos, I'm trying to hone on some kind of talking point, and like for me the talking point in this one is, even though there's lots of really interesting characters in this, there's one character that's really starting to annoy me, like just getting super annoying, and I'm like, it's like beating a dead horse. Like they just keep using the same storytelling instrument on this character, and it's just getting really annoying now. And it's this character here, I can't even remember, I think it's Gail. So she's like a 50 or 60-year-old woman, but she's trapped inside this little kid's body, but she's just got like, she's kind of rebelling as if she's a teenage girl, and but yeah, she's a middle-aged or older woman, like, and I don't know, you could probably have the argument that because of the hormones in this small body it's affecting her brain, I don't know, like, but she's just doing everything to kind of try and derail stuff and rebel, and maybe that's the point of it, but to me she's just fucking annoying, really. And it seems like every issue she's just doing stuff to kind of mess up the story. And like the story's quite simple. It's just this main character here, Abraham Slam, that's his name. He's kind of having a romance with this older lady, and she's coming to the house for the first time, and they're trying to hide away all of the superheroes that look a bit strange, just to kind of make the family not appear out of the ordinary. And like this character's really interesting now. Like up until this point, I don't know what his name is. They call him the Colonel. Like he kind of floats in and out of this other dimension, and it's like his mind is gone. But then what's kind of interesting is that he realizes that they need him there to be part of the family for when Abraham's girlfriend comes over. And there's a scene here where he comes into the bathroom and he looks in the mirror and he pulls out a razor blade. Now I actually thought he was going to kill himself, like, but essentially all he's doing is he's going to clean himself up, and he's going to come out for dinner and play this. I think he's playing the role of the son in the kind of fake family that they've set up, like. So yeah, there's some good developments, good moments. As I said, this is the annoying daughter character, like that. It's just really grating on me at this point. And then what I wasn't expecting, like, so the title to this story is Black Hammer, and it's based around, I think, almost like the main hero from this universe, like, who it's like he gave up his life to save everyone, and it looks like his hammer is trapped inside of this strange dimension with the rest of the heroes. And I guess at some point we'll find out more about him, but this is like I almost don't like him now. From like, so you see here, Abraham was fighting this big creature, like, and he was getting into a bit of difficulty, and then Black Hammer turns up, and he's saying like, Abraham, this one's a little out of your weight class, don't you think? And he's like, Black Hammer, I was managing just fine. And he's like, really? Didn't look like it to me, Grandpa. And he's like, no, listen here. And then Black Hammer's like, no, you listen to me, Abraham. Times are changing. It's not the 1940s anymore. This is 1979. In case you haven't noticed, the world is in chaos. So, like, he's a bit of an arsehole. And I'm guessing that's intentional for the story. So we'll see how that plays out. Or if he's going to come into it, I don't know. Like, but I got up to this point that everybody revered him. But, like, now it's like, oh, he's probably not as nice as he's supposed to. I'm not sure. There might be an interesting part in the story there. And yeah, I guess probably the piece, it's interesting looking at each different character. But this is the ex-husband of the girlfriend to Abraham, and he's a policeman, and like he just looks like a total kind of like inbred, from the middle of nowhere, and it looks pretty dangerous. What I gather from this page here is that he is under the influence of this character here. Now, what's confusing to me is there's a character that looks very much like this in the family, which is the mother figure who has all the kind of witchcraft. Is that supposed to be her, or is that a different character? I'm not sure. Sometimes in comics you have to read on to get it. Just the artwork is a bit strange. You don't know if two characters are the same character or whatever. Like, but yeah, look, back on Black Hammer, trying to get into it. I'm still holding out hope that there's something really cool ahead.